Welcome to Let's Get Dumb, the podcast where I, comedian Joe Kilgallon, and my boy, comedian Jonah Jurkens, talk about all the dumb shit that's going on in our lives, funny, dumb stories. We ask some dumb questions, and we just have a dumb old time. Jonah, how are you?
I'm fantastic, Joe. How are you?
I'm pretty fucking great. I'm very excited. To my man to the right here, we're very excited to have this guest. He's a great friend of ours, a drinking buddy, a comedian buddy. Dude's hilarious. One of the best stamps in the city of Chicago. He's got a special you can see on YouTube and Tubi, and he's got another one on the way. Everyone, let's welcome Joe Fernandez. How are you?
Hola, how you doing?
Very good, man.
Yeah, this is great. I'm very excited.
I'm excited to have you on, and we're going to jump right to it. I'm not going to let anyone derail me right now. I've decided that we're going to do this Jeopardy style. You know, in Jeopardy, they go right into questions. Then after the break, they start to get to know the person a little bit.
But you're going to give me the answer to what you were going to ask me?
Is that how we do it in Jeopardy?
That's Jeopardy.
No, it's a quiz show.
It's quiz show.
No, Jeopardy, it's like, here's the answer.
And then you have to answer in the form of a question.
So say, I'm gay, and then I go, Joe Fernandez. Who's Joe Fernandez?
No, you're supposed to say, who is gay? And you go, what? No,
you say, this guy's gay, and I go, who is Joe Fernandez?
There we go.
I can watch you guys figure that out for about 30 minutes, and I think you could have went that long, and I'm surprised you got it that easily.
What's nice is if you're listening to this podcast for the first time and you're thinking, these guys are fucking dumb. Yeah, that's the point. All right. So we do this segment we've been doing called Eliminate One, right? Where you give you three choices. You have to eliminate one of them from existence. Like you knew they were there, but the rest of the world won't know, right?
Okay.
So we've kind of mixed it up a little bit. The very first one we ever did was alcohol, porn, or gambling. The one I'm giving you right now, here's the three. You have to eliminate one of these three.
Wait, hold on. So it's just like the movie Yesterday.
Go ahead.
Did you see Yesterday?
No, but explain the plot to me.
Danny Boyle directed it, and it's where a singer who loves Beatles. So you seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, okay.
I chose against that.
It's not that good. I wouldn't recommend seeing it. But this is just like that. It's just like the movie Yesterday.
It's amazing how.
So you have to pretend that.
So you're telling me to.
So you're the only one. You're the only one that misses it. So the rest of the world never even knew about it.
You're telling me my frame of reference is a thing I've never seen.
Right. So that also means if you really like it. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So this is like episode 5 of the podcast. And Jonah's done that joke every single episode. And what he doesn't realize is by episode 5, we would have lost so many subscribers.
Right, but by episode 10, it's going to come back to me and funny again.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Andy Kaufman rule.
Yeah.
All right. You got to eliminate one of these three. This is the game.
Right.
Okay.
It's called Yesterday.
You are such a cunt, dude. I'm trying. You understand that, like, the whole point of segments was to make it easier to cut up clips, to throw on YouTube, so people would be like, these guys are funny. Let's follow them, to grow a fan base so we could sell tickets and all that shit. Right. I get it. You already have your own whiskey lounge. I don't. I'm trying to make money to get up to that. Also, you're paying for this shit, so I'd like to fucking pay you back by building up a fan base. Right. Stop interrupting to make our jobs harder.
The three things are My Troubles, Far Away, and what else?
Got the fucking Paul McCartney song.
And Yesterday.
Or the Beatles, written by Paul McCartney.
Right, because
I would get rid of My Troubles personally. So we played the game.
Well, they did seem so far away, those troubles. So
did you like the song Yesterday?
I like the song.
I liked it when we were friends yesterday. Today, I don't know. Right.
But we both had the memory of it.
Now it seems so long ago or something. I don't know. John Lennon's
Love
dead.
was such an easy game to play.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So like this.
Eliminate 3. Eliminate 3.
Okay. You have to eliminate 3. All right. That's the rule of this game. Here are the 3 choices. Which one are you getting rid of?
But you get a rid of.
I swear to fuck, dude.
I
did punch someone in their own home before.
I heard
I've done that.
Okay, I'm done.
I heard this was how the Holocaust started. It was Jews, gypsies. Eliminate 3.
He doesn't say how a joke like that just saved me from being punched in the face. And usually a joke like that starts a punch in the face. Okay.
Not in Chicago.
His last name's Fernandez. He could get away with what he just said, I think.
Classic Jewish name.
Classic. All right, here we go. You have to eliminate one of these 3. Sports, jerking off, or Christmas.
Tough choices. It gets eliminated, but then also I can't do it, obviously.
No, you can't. So what it is...
Christmas is easy for me, actually.
So that's the one you get rid of those 3.
What if it was Feliz Navidad?
The song? Or the film?
Isn't that...
The Danny Boyle movie, Feliz Navidad?
No, but isn't that your holiday? I don't know. I don't like how I worded that, but isn't that...
I mean, it's just the name. You know,
like Feliz is happy.
But you know how, like, in languages, for example, like the and L are the same thing?
Yeah.
Navidad and Christmas are exactly that way, too.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Christmas, I don't care for.
I honestly didn't know that.
If you had said Halloween, it'd be a little
Real
bit
quick,
harder.
why? Like, so again, let's point this out. I understand not getting rid of jerking off because jerking off, masturbating, whatever you want to call it, is amazing.
Would we have to survive in the like? So it's like we want to, but we can't.
No, you eliminate it, so you'd never get to do it.
Oh,
Listen,
in a weird way, I
you
kind of
get-
want to
you-
get rid of
you-
it.
You know you'd understand this
Why
better if you
would
saw
you
the
wanna
movie
get rid of
yesterday, right? Like you would understand.
I've never seen like
It's weird the guy with
you
the
and I
Beatles
can
hat
never
hates
be
it.
on the same improv team because like you just take it in the. You know, the funny thing is he got quiet because he felt like that was too mean.
No, no.
I just like let it fucking. Like, I get bringing it up once, but like to just keep going back and forth on that. I don't know. You're just ruining a good fucking like. It could be. We're getting into the meat of it now,
Right.
and you're referencing something to a point where now where I had it, where you finally let me start, and we could have a clip. Like a fucking good 4-minute fucking thing we could post. But now you're bringing up something that doesn't make sense now in this clip.
Okay.
You understand that now, right? That's fun if the three of us are hanging out on the couch upstairs.
Right.
But we're now fucking doing a podcast that we're presenting to the public.
This is the clip you're going to use, right?
This is what we use. Yes, and we're gonna put the.
Joe being mad about what can go online.
Okay, I'm just fucking with Joe, but
Yeah, Christmas
say
was
Christmas?
kind of easy between sports, jerking off, and Christmas. I don't know why anyone would keep Christmas.
No, Christmas is the shit. That's
yeah, it's
why.
the shit. It's
Dude,
the
it's
best.
like the fucking awesome time in normally a month that's very cold. I agree. So we were great again.
Yeah,
we're now friends
yeah,
again.
yeah,
We're buddies
yes,
again.
yes,
I love
we
you
are,
again.
yeah.
I love you again.
Love you,
man.
buddy.
See?
Love you.
Well, it's not cold where my people are from,
But
Yeah, but they still love
where
it.
Navidad is.
yeah,
Yeah, but like, think about it. You
I
get
thought
presents.
that was a real thing.
You get
It's the
presents.
same
I
holiday.
don't know why I thought that was a real thing.
Do you think Feliz Navidad wasn't Christmas?
Well, because like there's like other there's other holidays around that time that I thought that was just one I didn't know enough about.
All Hispanic folks are very hardcore Catholics, so they for
Right.
sure do.
I know, but I just thought it was called something else.
Well, if we can get back,
Krampus.
yeah, let's get back to the message at hand though. So, Christmas, sports, masturbating. To me, I like to come every day, right? And you can't do that.
It's my
via
favorite
sex.
Snoop Dogg song.
So even if you get rid of masturbating, you know you're not gonna be able to have sex 365. That's just not gonna happen, right?
Come every day.
There you go. So with sports though, as much as they bring people together and they're fun to play, maybe I should say just get rid of professional sports, but you could still just play games with people. If I change it from sports to getting rid of professional sports, do you still?
No, I would get rid of
you still-
Christmas. I would
Why
get
do
rid
you
of
hate Christmas? What,
Honestly,
you fucking Scrooge?
no.
Why don't you let him
Scrooge
answer?
McDuck over here?
Wait, hang on. Was he against Christmas or was he just a rich duck?
He was part of it.
He probably Scrooge McDuck probably is someone who would like fund the coal industry and be like, let's put out stuff about why climate change isn't real.
What do you
McDuck
think?
is
What do you
based off
think
Scrooge.
Scrooge McDuck would have been canceled for?
Migrant workers losing their
Sweatshops.
hands
Yeah, okay.
and not giving them
like
compensation.
real
Okay.
Apple work environment.
Nothing
you know
about the
what I
no pants. So that's fine.
Well, he's a duck. The feathers cover it. I never saw his cock in any of those DuckTales shows. Have you?
No, but you know what he would do?
Name one DuckTales episode where you saw Scrooge McDuck's dick.
But that's my point. That's why you think he should have been canceled for
His-
that. Because if you
his
see
Scrooge
Howard the
McDick.
Duck wearing pants,
He would, but Scrooge McDuck would jack off on a Zoom call.
for sure.
He'd be like,
With his little,
where am I, Cheryl?
yeah, there's all you see is that little corkscrew just get a little higher, like it was coming up. And then
Is that
it's
what a
coming
duck
down.
penis looks like? A
Yeah, it's supposed to be
corkscrew?
like a corkscrew.
Well, sadly, it's because they rape so much that female
Right.
ducks developed a corkscrew vagina that then male ducks adapted to that to continue to rape them.
yeah.
Are you being serious right now?
That is
Yeah, that's-
very
yeah, yeah.
real.
Is that really what it is? Our producer Austin agrees.
Yeah.
Wasn't
and-
saying how many thousands of years that took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are
And
ducks
little
raping?
do
Why
they
don't they
know,
just say hello?
But I mean, it's also weird that you think that, do they enjoy wine that much?
It's corkscrew.
Think about if you could do that at a restaurant.
With your own
like,
dick?
The server's like, do you want me to open this? Like, I got this.
Yeah.
You take-
Sir, put your pants back on. But
Also-
also open this.
You know what just dawned on me? You two both have dad humor without being dads. I'm the dad, but I feel like that's a dad joke.
I don't think it's a dad joke. That was not a dad
Corkscrew
joke.
duck, that's a dad joke. Oh, it's a dad joke.
Hang on. So you'd say to your kids, you know what's funny, guys?
Okay,
Rapist penis that
maybe
you
it's
use
not-
for wine.
Maybe it's not a joke you say to your kids, but it's a joke that like I feel like maybe it's uncle. You have uncle humor. I feel like that's
So you
the
say
type
it to
of
the
thing.
kids behind closed doors.
We're talking about
Well,
ducks
he's
having
single
corkscrew
he's like-
penises, and you're like open wine. Like that's like, come on.
So I tell the kids, I go, all right.
Well, what would you do with the corkscrew penis, Joe?
I
Eliminate-
imagine first of all, I wouldn't R anybody like these ducks are.
Uh-huh.
I would.
Wait, am I not supposed to say that?
Rest and relaxation.
The guy who's gotten more videos taken down from TikTok than anyone in the world. You'd think you would know what you could say on the internet.
Oh yeah, what would you
flag.
eliminate? Rest, relaxation, or rape?
Which are the 3 R's? Is that what that triple R movie
That's
on
what,
Netflix
yeah,
is? That's what it
yeah,
stands
it
for?
is. Yeah, third act's a doozy, I tell you that.
God damn.
First is like, what?
The first one's like, I like this.
Facial peel. They're like, man, this is fucking awesome.
This is great. The second one's just like, they just read a book to you. You're like, all right.
That fucking climax is horrible. So
There you go.
if I had a penis that was corkscrew shaped. So when you first mentioned the corkscrew penis on the duck, I remember thinking, man, the female ducks must love that. And then before I could even think that thought fully, Joe over here tells me that years of evolution to prevent being R'd by these male ducks is how it came about. It made me very sad.
But now, how would that? Okay, so honestly, think about this, right? A corkscrew is like a screw.
Yeah, but
obviously.
your dick's like extra ribbed.
No, I get that. No, I get what you're saying. But the thing is like, how do you put a screw into a wall? You have to turn it. So does the dick come out turning like a screw?
No, I think it's
Like
just
a
corkscrew
thing? Or do they
shaped.
like flip around a lot where it kind of like has to, you know what I'm saying?
If you want to R someone,
Because
if
you
you're a
can't,
duck,
you can't just shove a screw into a screw hole. You have to screw
Yeah, but
a
you
screw
have,
into
you
a
have
screw
hips behind the screw. So your
Right, no,
hips
but that's you're forcing
go
it there.
in.
You have to twist it, right? You have to twist it like counterclockwise. Clockwise. Righty.
see, if
right.
there were a
Lefty.
duck rapper, he would explain this to us. Be
Right.
like, you got to twist the corkscrew.
No, but okay.
You know?
Cool. Somebody Google this. Someone changed their,
Google
their
a duck
algorithm
rapper?
forever. No, yeah. Just like, how does a duck's penis look when it gets erect? Does it flip around? Kind of like the top of a.
Austin,
It
our
flips-
producer, seems to know a lot about. One day we're gonna have a studio so nice that we'll be able to have the camera on you too occasionally. He seems to know exactly what. Why do you know so much about duck penis? Can you shout it? I'll repeat what you say so people know.
My best friend.
Your best friend.
bringing a duck penis.
He likes-
I looked up a bunch of facts about it, so that way.
Oh, so you're the best friend who bring up duck penis facts.
Oh.
Oh, so it's a female.
So
A
what's the-
woman would bring this up. That's a fun girl.
Yeah, she's
Oh, fun
yeah.
lady, fun woman.
They're
I don't know her
massive.
age.
They're like 12. They're like feet long.
They have 12-inch corkscrew
They're
cocks.
like-
They're so small though. Why do they have
It's
such big
small
dongs?
intestines. They spill out, and then like they don't get. They just use
wiggle.
their-
All right, so those if you can't pick this up on the mic, I'm worried
so
that
use
people
the
are picking
hips,
this up
okay.
on the mic. So their duck dicks are very big, a
Yes.
foot long, and they spill out like intestines. You say?
Yeah.
Are they like hard though? Because they gotta be hard to penetrate, right?
It's thick enough. It just gets in there.
Oh, it's fat too. They got a fat dong, fat duck dong.
All right, that's
That sounds
hang
like
on.
a
now
fucking-
we're just like
Fat
shaming.
duck
We're fat
dong
shaming.
sounds
I
like
think
an
the
Asian porn
appropriate term
star.
is BBD. It's a big beautiful dick.
All right, well here's why I'm not
Big-
getting rid of
big beautiful
Christmas
duck, you
though.
mean?
If that's
Huh?
what we get
Big
back
beautiful
to.
duck.
A BBDD.
Big
Big,
beautiful duck.
big beautiful dick, duck dick.
Duck dick.
Big beautiful duck dick.
My
Yeah.
favorite game as a kid.
It's a great category on Pornhub.
Right.
Duck dick, duck dick.
I go big,
Goose
beautiful.
Is this where you guys want this to be?
That's the one time
Yes.
where like,
Okay,
it's,
all
like
right.
it's like a, but then you have to chase around and you sit on the seat. It's just like it's not a seat you want to sit on too hard. Because there's
A goose
there's a
penis-
screw dildo there.
Your goose penis is who you pick for who you want to have sex with you.
Right.
Because the duck dick is.
Can we play a game of adult duck duck goose, but like make it? Well,
All
we
right.
can't make it sexual because I'm married.
Let's
but you
eliminate
guys,
3 of
you're-
us here to
we're
fuck.
We would be bad, but could we make a duck duck goose for single adults, which none of the 3 of us are, but that like we could like promote to the general public? Like, what would be an adult duck duck goose game? What we just said, where it becomes sexual. Like, what's the cookie jar? Because you know, in Duck, Duck, Goose, for those of you who don't know, it's a bunch of people sitting in a circle. One person walks around and goes, duck, duck, duck. Whoever they say goose on, that person has to get up and chase them and try to catch them before they get back to the spot they were just in. And whoever doesn't get that, they go in the cookie jar, which is the middle.
Okay.
Would the cookie jar just be like, it's like you got to strip in there, you got to do some shit? Like, what do you do?
Is this
No,
a
this
local
is a
Chicago reference?
podcast for
This duck, duck,
2004, my friend. This is like.
Is there, what do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that.
Can I give you guys an eliminate 3?
No, give me a second. I want to know what he meant. What did you mean by this is a podcast for 2004? Was that thing in 2004?
That was just more like let's make that girl strip in the center, huh?
I wasn't thinking that way. I was just trying to figure out
I was thinking like
what would they do in
mystery-
the cookie jar? What would they do once they got in the cookie jar?
Oh, I
If you're
don't
making
know.
this like an adult game, a game for adults. They
So-
just sit there and shame? Jerk off.
Yeah.
Jerk off.
Yeah.
You make them jack off while crying.
Yeah.
They have to cry. We
Yeah. So until they cry, they can't come.
Right.
And if they come first, then
But can it
that's
be
when
happy tears or just sad tears?
Huh?
Can it be happy tears or is it sad
Yeah,
tears?
like this is the greatest day of my life.
You know, there's no way YouTube is going to let us monetize this episode. Anyhow, moving on, which I'm fine with. I love
What was
that.
the 3
I didn't
questions
want to
I
move
asked?
on. Real quick,
Oh,
I didn't want to move on
eliminate
though.
3?
Well, I want Jonah to explain why he keeps. What do you get rid of the 3? You can answer this too. This isn't just for our guests. I think we should answer. Because
sadly, I would say sports.
Yeah, I would too. As much as I love sports, and I love sports. You know that. I'm a huge sports
No,
guy.
I know. I'm shocked by
Because look, I can't get rid of masturbating because it's self pleasure that's free. Even homeless people get to do it. You don't need any money to get that kind of pleasure. It's amazing.
I think you but even filthy homeless people.
Even disgusting turds get to jerk off. You know what I meant.
At the library, but still.
Right.
Sure, it's public. I mean, I imagine they're in the bathroom and they're not in like the fucking,
I think they do
travel
it.
section
I think they
doing
do
it.
it in the main room.
What's the best section of the library to masturbate to is the question, I suppose.
What are you doing in the
erotic
library?
history.
I just like there's no bouncer at the
Like I do
library.
the children's section like a man who owns a house.
But I mean, there's no one at the library who's willing. I can't imagine they pay enough to be like, hey, you can't be here anymore. You're masturbating.
Right.
There's
Well,
no
if they take
bouncer.
their dick out, they'd call the cops. And be
Yeah,
like,
I know.
hey,
But
some
at
guy's got
that
his
point,
dick
the
out.
guy's done.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think that someone would be like, all right, once you're finished there, you got to get out of here?
That's what I think you do.
At least I'm gonna
If you're a
give you-
librarian and someone's jacking off on the public computer, I'm sure they block the sites, and even still, they find a way.
Do you think that like
Oh, yeah,
maybe
'cause
that's
homeless
like a
people could crack the fucking safeguards at the public library's computer system.
If I'm not
they
mistaken,
would get around it.
that's the plot of Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
With Will Smith, and
Right.
his child.
Yeah. Do you think? Do you think that maybe librarians that's their thing? Like that's all Louis C.K. needed was just a librarian?
To tell him no?
No, because I feel like they're like if the guy was just like, hey, I really want to jerk off for you, and then she's like, yeah, and the guy's like, are you okay with it? He goes, she's like, yeah, I'm a librarian. Why do you think why do you think that's what I do? Like I could work at Barnes and Noble, but
Yeah.
I like watching guys jerk off.
Not that you like it, but it's part of your
I
job.
don't
If
know
you were
how
at the
frequent
library,
it is. You guys make it seem like it's real frequent. I do like how you were like, they call the cops, and you're like, by then they'd be done. I like the idea of a homeless guy being like, call the cops. I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'll be gone before the last drop hits the ground.
How about this? How much is enough until it's frequent? Like how much is it where you're like, oh, that's not that bad?
Like, how much cum
do
comes
think-
out of him, or how many times he's
yeah,
jerking
yeah.
off?
How much cum do you think those
If the
homeless
librarian's
people are dumping out?
I didn't know if it was just a couple drops. That's fine. I thought
Yeah.
you were good. I figure you're
I
homeless. You
wonder.
had it pent
Hang on,
up.
do you think that they go around to other folks being like, "Hey, there's one library"? They don't say shit to you.
Right, for sure, 100%. It's like when a bar finds out that like they let you in with underage. They're like, let you jerk off there.
The librarians don't
No,
care,
but like,
bro.
what's a number? Like if I was like, yeah, I'm head of librarians. If that's a thing. Yeah, I'm the conqueror of
chief
librarians.
librarian.
Yeah. And if I was just like, yeah, a lot of the homeless people who jerk off there, it's not too much, like once a week. Or you'd be like, oh, that's more than I thought. Like what's the
over,
number
under?
until it's too frequent?
All right.
What's the number where you're like, that makes sense?
Daily is too much. I think it'd be funny if a librarian was transferred to another library and they were like, so I'll name some Chicago libraries. Oh, you just came from the Harold Washington Library. Well, welcome to the Jefferson Park Library. You'll find there's a lot less masturbation here. Oh, I had to deal with it back then. I was in downtown the Loop. It was rough. So
Also-
it's nice to be at a place where it's happens, but not as frequent.
I do wonder.
Yeah,
It'd be
it's
so
frequent.
fun if there was a study where
So then
someone.
the person goes, it's not as frequent. And the guy goes, so less than once a week? Like that's
Yeah.
that's
But
But I
That's
do
the
think it'd
bar.
be funny if there was a study where some guy's sitting there being like, "That's one."
yeah.
He's just watching someone jag off.
Wait,
They just sit for I don't know 3 hours because they're not open very long.
Do you think like in their like bylaws they can't do it until it's completion, or is it like
the
what's the
homeless
level?
person
No,
bylaw?
the person like taking those notes.
Oh, I thought you were saying like they're like, hey, if you're gonna jack off in a library, 30 minutes minimum, you gotta be good.
Yes, it's like a
Then
little.
you go back to under the bridge. They're like, all right, well, you don't count. That
Well,
doesn't
like the
count.
guy like counting, and he thinks he's watching. He's like, all right, did you come yet? No. Is it still? Wait.
Oh, he's getting kicked out.
Is
Okay.
he, oh shit. Okay. He erases it then. After that.
And then he pushes his glasses.
He pushes
up.
back up. He goes back to my other job. Yeah.
So we all agree you can't get rid of masturbating. We don't want to take that away from anybody. Christmas,
But
people
my
are more
question about
generous to homeless people.
Can I ask my question?
Which-
If no one knows it gets eliminated, you still get horny, but you can't do anything about it. You still will get a boner. So you have
Yeah,
nocturnal
it's
emissions.
nothing to do about it. The only way you could get off is sexual intercourse
nocturnal- can you never
what
say that
dreams.
again,
I guess
please?
it
Can you
doesn't
have
nocturnal emissions.
moist,
What are you,
panty
fucking
nocturnal
nerd?
emissions?
Don't say nocturnal emissions.
Can you have moist emissions during the night into some panties?
Do you look at your girlfriend and wake up and be like, oh my God, I had the hottest dream about you. I had nocturnal emissions.
No, because I think about a guy.
Oh, because you were a liar. You were a lie to her, yeah.
I wake up looking at her being like, God, if it weren't for those tits and vagina, I would be...
Yeah.
God, if you didn't have a pussy, I'd fuck the hell.
If you were just a guy, that's where I think someone's marriage counseling doesn't work, because if you're gay, you know?
Oh, here's a dumb question we could ask him. You're doomed from the start, I suppose.
Yeah.
Here's a dumb question we could ask him that we've asked everyone else, essentially. Not everyone else, but a lot of people. I'll just ask him. Oh, I thought you'd be excited about it.
Oh, no, wait. Do it again.
Well, here's a question.
About the film yesterday?
Joe, no. Please don't do it. This hands out like this, but it could be a fist very quickly.
No, we can't.
If your girlfriend had a penis, what kind of dick would it be?
Corkscrew.
No, does she have like big dick energy?
Would she have a medium dick, small dick, thick dick, boyfriend dick, they call it? Would she be like a real big one but lazy in bed? What kind of penis do you think she's rocking here? You think like good length but not enough girth? Do you think like uncircumcised? Do you think like shower not grower? I'm giving you a lot of options while you think of the correct answer. So there's no.
I don't know. How big is a kid's penis?
Jesus.
I don't know about this.
Don't answer that question. This podcast will get flagged if you answer that question. Don't do that, please.
Okay.
Jesus.
Sorry,
Joe.
how big is a penis?
Yeah. When you say big, you mean child's penis.
Oh my god! I have so much more editing to do. All you guys do is give me more work. Don't say that shit, dude. Seriously.
Don't say what
trouble. Austin, make the mark of which they said that thing. Okay? 20 minutes in.
20-minute mark, because when we.
You're gonna edit. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Are you allowed in this world with no masturbation? Are you allowed a hand job?
Ooh, so with no masturbation, you allowed a hand job.
Me and Jonah have a thing where it's like.
We'll jerk each other off. Jerk each other off.
So
yeah.
It's essentially masturbate, but you're just doing it for someone else. But you're
While we watch sports.
So
We
two
still have
friends.
sports.
Or give each other Christmas gifts.
if
Right.
You put a hand job's also that does.
You know,
Yeah.
hand
And that's
jobs
where,
also, yeah.
if you get rid of sports, you can say, hey, I got you this hand job.
Yeah, I
If
just
it's a
think
severed
though,
hand, what is that considered?
But here's
I'll be very disappointed. It's my Wayne's World.
a world without Christmas would be way too sad for me.
See,
And
what?
a world, yes, hold on, let me explain. Obviously,
No, it's not the way the
you gotta
stands.
tug
The
it
world
every
without Feliz
day.
Navidad.
Oh, you gotta be able to tug it every day.
Un mundo
And-
sin Navidad.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What
that's
did I
good.
just say?
I don't give a fuck, dude. Like you guys, all you do is interrupt, and it does none of it pushes whatever. Jonah, this
Where are we
is your
pushing this
podcast. So I swear.
conversation?
I'm host B now. You're host A.
Eliminate
Yeah, no,
three
I'm
things.
giving you a
I was
handoff,
actually-
or you're getting dead air.
No,
I'm telling you, Austin. I told Austin before the podcast that when you and I first talked about this, when I said, "Hey, let's do a podcast together," because I love podcasting
Right.
with you. I want us to be
I do too.
co-hosts where we're equal in this shit.
Right.
So
But I was interested in your thought, honestly. You were talking about, okay,
well, my
so
thought
what about
is
Christmas?
again. So my thought is, I've had days in my life. I've had multiple days where I'm like, oh, I haven't watched a sport in several days.
Yeah.
Right. And I get by. And as much as I love sports and all that, but also as a sports fan, I've seen all my favorite teams achieve what I've wanted to see them achieve, except the Bears Super Bowl, even though they happened in my lifetime, but I was like one. I think I would be able to move on easier with that. Christmas to me though is fucking amazing though. I don't understand people who don't like Christmas. I think everything's decorated nicely. It's funner to drink in bars. There's a cozy feeling.
Yeah.
The idea of like, oh, I found the perfect gift for someone, and then someone shocks you with a perfect gift. You get together with family. Food is great. You feel the need to be like, fuck it. Who cares if I gain weight? We're all wearing sweaters, right? Like there's I don't know. There's a festive environment, and every major city's downtown is lit up. Every downtown anywhere is lit up. And it's just, I don't know, there's a vibe to it. I love Christmas movies. I love soaking that all in. And the only thing every Christmas I go, that was a great Christmas. And then I think to myself, next year I go harder. I love sports, don't get me wrong. And I know that brings people together. And obviously you got to give yourself a tug. That's just good self-care. So that's why I think I eliminate sports for that reason.
Well, okay.
Why don't you like Christmas again? Who killed you?
So-
or who hurt you?
We talked about this before the podcast about I like really depressing movies.
Yeah.
I feel like I resonate because I think we've all lost a loved one. We've all had like sad shit happen. So sad stuff resonates more with me. And I think Christmas, if you can either have good or bad memories with it. And if you don't generally like it's like, okay, well, I didn't have that big It's a Wonderful Life party where all our friends came over and all that shit. It just wasn't like a positive experience.
Oh, I thought you were saying like negative, like, saying this. I thought you were, I misunderstood what you were saying. So it made me think that you're like, well, no, like if this Christmas, like my dad dies in front of me, in front of everybody, the next Christmas, I'm going to love it more because of the heartache. No, like I said, I thought you meant the way that you explained things.
No, sports, I mean, and I will say, the one thing I'll say about eliminating sports, now, are we aware of what it was and now we're missing it?
Yes, the person who does the eliminating is aware.
See, I would never be able.
But society isn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I get more done without sports. I will say that would be a thing that I'm like, oh, without sports, I wouldn't spend so much time watching it. So if I got rid of it, I'd eventually get.
So
used
it would be
to
hard. It would be hard for you to like. It would be hard for you the next day. Sports is eliminated. The next day, it's like all you want to do is talk to people about this thing because you know of the feeling of sports. You know that it's like you know what I mean. It's like explaining the song Yesterday to somebody. It's like never heard it before. Do you know what I mean? Like where it's just like that's.
Hang on, I guess that was the alarm to say no more Yesterday references.
Okay. Or any Beatles song. I mean, I don't really know a lot of Beatles songs, but like it's in trying to explain
You don't
that.
know a lot of Beatles songs?
But-
That's even sadder to me about you.
I mean, jacking off is off the
Sorry.
table. We
It's
know
the
for all of
greatest
us.
band ever.
Right.
But sports, I think.
And Joe, it should be always off the table.
Look, all I'll say is that even though Marquette, I went to school at Marquette, they lost the other day against Michigan State. I know not, but like that is a thing that happened. And despite the disappointment of that, it was fun being emotionally invested in that. And that's the thing that I think sports is so great at, where you get a lot of your, in a weird way, animal aggression, where it's like tribal shit, where you're like, okay, this competitive nature that's inside of all of us comes out through sports, and as opposed to other ways. And especially if you eliminate jacking off, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, mass shootings are already at an all-time high right now.
Right.
Imagine
point.
not
Very good
coming.
point.
So
Very
you're
good point. Violence would go up.
Yeah. So kids should be able to jerk off in school. What you're saying.
I would rather them jerk off in school than be getting shot up. That's for sure. Right.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Look,
Wouldn't that be insane? Where if it was like, that's how school is like in 15 years. So like, okay, guys, it's 2:00. Every straight white male needs to go in that room, and you got to fucking unload a load right now. Not weapons. Unload.
or there's
rather a load than a clip.
Yeah.
there's a lockdown for when a kid starts jacking off.
Yeah. There's a room, like a safe room, a panic room.
No, Christmas isn't easy, but also there are so many other holidays.
room.
So it's like you have Thanksgiving that covers that. New Year's Eve covers it.
I hate those things.
Wait, what?
I
How
think
do
New
you
Year's
hate-
Eve sucks.
I think
dude.
that's
it's
so too.
horrible, man.
New
It's
Year's
depressing.
Day is what I live for.
Oh,
New Year's Eve
Day is fun.
But New Year's Day, when you're just hungover eating wings, watching football, and or doing a baggage marathon, as we've done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, New Year's
But real
Day.
quick, do you like New Year's Eve?
No.
You do
No,
like
no.
sad shit. New Year's Eve is sad to me. New Year's Eve is depressing
Because it's
like,
one more year closer to dying.
Yes, one more year is gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's
But
a
it's-
good year and you loved it and you're like, well, never again will I be in that year.
Would you
Sure.
agree it's the
Sad.
only holiday that every human on Earth celebrates? And that's what's kind of cool about it. That every single person on the planet
Hitler's
celebrates.
Hey, I give a fuck that some losers don't celebrate Christmas. That's on them. Okay.
But so you don't like Jews then?
I never said that. By the way, most of the Jews I know
so
celebrate
what,
Christmas.
what
so.
holiday?
Or Hindus, or
I know.
like,
I
there are a
was
lot of-
joking, of course. I guess that's cool that everyone celebrates New Year's Eve again, but that's not even true because not everyone does. Technically, they all can, and they're not against it.
Yeah.
China has their own Chinese New Year, and they have 1 billion fucking people.
No,
so you're
but there
way
are
off,
people
by
who
the
do
way.
celebrate it on that day though. Just it's
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do celebrate it in that day and all that stuff. But I just think like, you're not liking Christmas. Hey, you don't have to like Christmas. I'm not asking you to like Christmas. It just, it makes me think less of you, to be honest. And I don't think our friendship will ever be the same.
I like that you have a lead question. It's like, hey, I want to get to know you. What do you want to take away? And then he
No,
goes
it
this one. He
wasn't-
goes, what
no,
are you,
no,
a
no.
fucking idiot? And it's
Real quick.
not the right answer. And it's,
First of all, this segment-
it's a
this
question
segment-
to open up Joe and like let him know us about.
eliminate 3.
You're right. Hold on real quick. This segment, first of all, going forward, I need to remind you of this. Austin knows this. This segment does not need to take 20 fucking minutes.
No.
Okay,
Agreed.
this is supposed to be a 1 hour long podcast.
Right.
Thank you. No, I'm enjoying myself too. We're all enjoying ourselves. I hope the listeners are enjoying it too. I'm just saying that for future references, it does not need to take that long. Mister, we need to have a meeting. Fucking whatever, dude.
Eliminate 3.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
My neck, my back, or my pussy and my crack.
That's
That's
four
four,
things.
motherfucker.
No, my pussy and my crack falls into the same area because they're so close to each other.
Eliminate your crack.
No.
I'm not an
You have to get rid of
asshole.
pussy
I'm not
too,
a
then.
licking butthole guy. No, I'm not getting rid of that then.
Look,
neck,
we get rid
back,
of our
pussy.
necks,
Back
and we just
then,
kind of walk
back.
around.
I get rid of your back.
Yeah.
I get rid of your back.
You get rid of your neck, and you
I
walk around like this.
I like a neck, and I
You
like,
basically walk around like a
I like a
Goodfellas
pussy.
character or a Sopranos character. You just, if you get rid of a neck, all you are is just an Italian stereotype.
What is that
Yeah.
genetics where they lose their neck? What is that about?
Italians?
Is that mostly Italians? In those,
I'm just saying more like,
it's like,
hey, what are you
okay,
doing?
so if you didn't have a neck like that, and that was actually how you are, without doing a stereotypical like Italian accent, what would be like the first thing you say to people every time?
When you, because I know.
Like, how would you like? What's your catchphrase? You're like, I don't even know.
Wait, but you're saying like I know necks used to exist, but now I see everyone walking around
Yeah,
with that one?
it's not a yesterday situation at all. It's like one of those things where like people know who you are. Like they just know you're a guy without a neck. You know what I'm saying? Not how you lost it, but that you don't have a neck.
Yeah, but everyone.
What's your like? How
You're
you
saying in the
question?
wait, hang on. You're saying in the world where necks don't exist.
I'm saying right now in this world, right? This universe, right? The one where the movie yesterday came out in, not where, not where it's based, where it came out in. So a person that wrote that, Danny Boyle directed that. So in this world,
I'm not even listening. I just texted my wife back during a live podcast.
Danny Boyle.
So just keep going with this fucking dumb reference
no.
5 weeks in a row.
My question is like, what, like looking at a man without a neck, right? And he's walking to you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the first thing you should say is? Like, what do you think is this catchphrase? Like, what's like this reoccurring bit?
In that universe, or in like it's a guy in this current universe we all live in, and this one dude without a neck.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, if I saw a guy without a neck.
Yeah, no,
now?
the one where yesterday Marquette lost.
Wait, hang on.
Was that 2 days ago?
Man, do we all understand what's happening or no? Because I'm confused on this scenario. Joe, do you get it?
Okay, see, I know what you're doing, but I am actually honest.
No, I actually don't know what you're saying.
Okay, I'm trying to do like a bit, like where like it's like you're a character guy, so it's like no neck, right? You just see a guy without a neck fucking walking toward. How are you not getting this?
Yeah, but in what world? The one we live in now, or this
I know what you're
fictional
doing.
world?
Like we're really making Joe mad. I don't think we should do that.
No,
anymore.
I don't really know what you're
In
saying.
this fucking world, in
this one right now, the one we are living in while we're
100%,
recording this.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I see a guy without a neck.
Right.
And then what do I have to say to him?
What do you think a man without a neck? Like, how's he talk? What's his like kind of like?
I think he probably is apologetic a lot.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's got to weird people out.
But do you think when he's apologetic, it just feels like he's going, well, I don't care.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I think more he walks
Like a guy
around
walking like this.
I think he walks around
and
and is like, and then people are like, "Hey, can you stop being confused on what I'm saying? Because that's a very confused thing." And then he goes, "No, I just don't have a neck."
Okay.
They're like, "Haha," but like, stop. I'm telling you something, and you act like you're not understanding. And he's like, "No,
Okay.
I don't have a neck."
Yeah.
And that happens for roughly 3 to 4 hours
Okay.
until he finally then he offs himself. So it's
Right.
over. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
And that kid's 5.
Jesus, Joe.
5.
That got dark.
So we resolved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
And the
about
film
this.
yesterday did not help at all, by the way.
Here
for the
told you
context
about
Oh,
of
it.
sorry. Okay, I'll listen. I won't do that again.
Oh man.
Here, I got a question for you, Joe.
Okay.
Why are you dumb?
Oh, is this part of the podcast?
I think.
Yeah. Like,
Why am I
like
dumb?
everyone's dumb in their own ways.
Yeah.
How what makes you dumb?
I
Because you're very smart. I've known you for a long time. You went to Marquette, which is a very okay school, and like I think you're very smart. That just means that your parents have money, which is great, and that's cool.
I had the Chris Farley scholarship. Thank you so very much, sweetheart.
That's just where you get a bigger per diem for food.
It's
every
where
day.
if you don't die by 33, you get to redeem.
Yeah. Right.
Oh boy, that feels wrong because the Farley family gives it to you. So
Oh, do they?
Oh,
Yeah.
they have a sense of humor.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
I love Chris Farley. by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
He's one of my favorites. If I could resurrect,
It just-
besides family members, if I could resurrect a celebrity, it'd be Chris Farley.
Ooh. What's the one celebrity you would resurrect that's over your family member?
Why'd you say
over a
Chris
family
Farley?
member?
Like instead
right,
of a
so-
family member, you're like, all right, well, I don't really care about my grandmother.
Well, start from the
right?
beginning. Just be clear. I want to.
Yeah. So in this universe, the one where yesterday doesn't take place.
Wow.
It's just
I
'cause of
set you up to start the question again.
I thought you said
to
it
make it so we could clip
I thought
it
you-
into a fucking.
I thought you were asking for that. Do
Do
it one
you
more time.
know what
Do-
world? You know what you could be in this universe. You know what universe you live in? You live in the universe of fucking content, son of a bitch.
Okay, right.
All right. Start again.
So now I forgot what I was asking. Oh, so okay, is there a celebrity? Who's a celebrity that you would rather resurrect than a close family member,
Oh shit! Like overall, there's no. I mean,
or like that is still alive that might pass away in your lifetime?
well, I mean,
Where you're like, I loved my dad, but not as much as Michael Jordan.
well, no. I mean, I wouldn't. I would resurrect my dad over anybody. So like, the thing is, with that, I understand you're trying to make it a fun question. So what you need to say is like, besides a family member, who's the celebrity you would
No, because
most
I think
resurrect?
even a family like over a close loved one, is there a celebrity that you would question a little bit? You're like,
No.
maybe, really?
No, not one.
Okay.
Over my dad or grandma, no. Those are
Really?
the two closest people who've died in
There's
my
that
life.
one person, but then you get to spend a
And
whole
I've
day
had
with that. Or they're your friend then, because you resurrect them. They're like, oh yeah, Joe's my friend now.
Mine's John Benet Ramsey.
Okay, well I know that's you just because you think she's hot.
And then who's the other one? Nicole Brown Simpson.
Okay, Jesus Christ. This is a real question.
Ron Goldman.
This is a real question. There are people I would resurrect over my dad, 100%, and that's not a joke. That's a real thing.
Well, who then? This is a question for you. I suppose.
If Michael Jordan passed away and then I got to resurrect him and then I got to spend time with him for a while, even though he seems like a real big piece of shit, I would I'd choose that over my dad 100%.
I don't think he's a piece
I don't mean
of
that in a
shit.
shitty
I
way.
don't think Jordan's a piece of shit. I think he's just, people only see the super ultra competitor side of him.
Yeah.
And that's why people think he's like crazy.
No, I think he's kind of like when I say piece of shit, I think he's just like, he can be very difficult to be around.
So yeah,
Sure,
I was gonna
okay,
say,
yeah,
not
that
to be
makes sense.
woke, but he created a very toxic workplace.
He did not create that. You think
He
that-
called one of his teammates a hoe on a regular basis.
Oh,
He said Jerry
yeah.
Reinsdorf was fat, which I disagree with. No one's fat.
They're just big bone.
Okay, how about this? So I got a question for both of you, right? To kind
I
of,
thought you meant like he created the sweatshops
So-
to make his shoes. I was
Yeah.
like, he didn't do that. That was
What-
someone else.
what is an insult you heard somebody say to somebody else that you weren't supposed to laugh, but you laughed really hard at?
Jesus, man, there's so many.
Okay, so I was in a car. I don't think I ever said this on a podcast before. And I was in a car
Okay.
and I was with my friend who's this incredibly gorgeous, very sweet, kind of bigger girl. This is when I first moved down here. And we're trying to find a party, like a house party to get to. It's dark out. We can't really see what's going on. She's on her phone. She's trying to be like, where are you? Where are you? And then she turns into the street a little quicker than she should have. And she didn't see this guy who was walking out. And she stops and everything's fine. But this man was like walking. He almost get hit by this van. He like looks on the ground. He looks up. He sees her, who's a little bit bigger, and sees that she's on her phone. And within an instant, he goes, "What are you ordering? A fucking pizza?" I laughed so hard. It was one of the funniest things, and she was understandably very hurt.
Yeah.
But it was so. It took me by surprise. It was so funny. I just could not stop. Well, I know I shouldn't laugh, but I was like, "This is hilarious."
Well, in the show Shoresy that I showed you the first two episodes of, I think you watched it with us, right, Austin, our producer? It's a great show. It's a spinoff of the TV show Letterkenny, which is an amazing Canadian sitcom you can watch on Hulu. Everybody check it out. So in Shoresy, he's a hockey player who's always chirping, which means talking shit. And the one player who's actually really good, Frankie JJ, or JJ Frankie JJ, something like that. He's like a heavier guy. And when Shoresy gets like thrown in the penalty box, he yells out, "Have another Baconator, you fat fuck." And then another thing, when they're like lining up for a face-off, he says to him, "Hey, you think if the Stanley Cup was a pizza, you'd work fucking harder?" I don't know. Just sometimes fat jokes really hit me hard. When you first brought that up, the thing that I don't know why my brain went this far back. When I was in 7th grade, there was a girl I went to grade school with. Who knows? Maybe she'll see this. Her name was Jabel. And I had a friend named
Because of her shape.
No. Come on, dude. She was actually incredibly skinny and I remember, so funny. I'm like, thinking back to 7th grade, she was hot, and I'm remembering a hot 7th grader. I was in 7th grade too, so it's okay. She was cute. I remember her being cool.
Yeah, but you're not
and
in 7th
cute.
grade now.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
That's what Aaliyah said when she was
I'm
having sex with her-
attracted to kids.
She did at 19. Leave Aaliyah alone.
No, she was like underage, I think, when she wrote that. And she was talking about, I think she was dating an older producer.
What was the song?
Jesus.
I hope I don't die in a plane crash.
Yeah.
No, that was the song that never got released.
And
She
then
wrote it on the way
there was
down.
like a baby sound that
Yeah. All right. So,
It's more of a Willem scream.
the funniest insult that I should not have laughed at. So we're hanging out and, after school type of thing. And her name was Jabel, and my friend Mike Martinez, funny dude. She said something making fun of him, and he was like, "Yeah, well, you shut the fuck up, Jingle Bell." Because her name was Jabel. I called her Jingle
yeah.
Bell.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I remember just laughing my ass off for a week about that.
It's insane how
It's
like the
fuck
stupid
you, Jingle
sometimes
Bell.
the stupidest insults
It was
are always
so
the
dumb.
best.
I do
So
have.
dumb.
I have a real one and a fake one. So pick each of them out.
Of course, dude.
The fake one is
Like two insults
Have
that
you had
someone-
a genuine thought this entire podcast?
Two insults that somebody
I
had
want
to
to know
you.
the real you, Joe.
no. The
Let's-
real one
right where in there.
is
Wait, is this insult that you've heard or said or have been told?
no. I was there for the
Okay.
yeah, but try and guess which one.
So you rewrote, you heard it and then you rewrote it to the worst one.
No, there's a real one and a fake one. So
Right.
pick them out. So one is me and my friends were on a high school football team. We picked this one kid radio and shoved him into a cabin.
I think that's a fake one.
Yep.
Okay.
So then the real one, you called it right before you even know it.
Jr.?
Right.
Or my dad's homeland, Gooding Jr.
Keep going.
So it was 8th grade, and this one kid pulled out crab dip to like eat or whatever, like for his crackers, and it smelled really bad. So one of my friends like, "What is that?" He goes, "It's crab dip," and he's like, "Oh, did your mom stick it in her pussy?" And everyone died, and then you can see the kid tearing up. He kind of started to cry because he told him his mom had crab.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. I like one like that.
I'll
That's
never
good.
forget because we all laughed for so long. The kid started crying.
Damn.
And
That is
it's
good.
like, we just told him his mom had like pubic lice.
See,
For
it's
some
good. It's like
reason,
a double one because it's either your mom's vagina smells like seafood, crab,
Right.
or does she have crabs?
Yeah.
See, that's where it works.
But I like how the
It's
person
weird.
was so upset about that they started to cry.
I just like the tears falling.
It's not like
now I'm crying thinking about how much that meant to that kid that he started shaking his tears. And all of us were laughing so hard. And I think the fact that he cried made us laughing.
Jeez, you're still fucking laughing
I
about
forgot
it.
about it.
you forgot about that till just now?
I think maybe I told someone about it in the bath. I'm sure I have. I just forgot about it until we were saying, well, something maybe you shouldn't have laughed at, but maybe it was more the fact that he started to cry. And so that made us laugh even harder. And this kid, because then the guy had said it, and then we all were laughing. He's like, "It's not funny." And then we all were like, "Well, it is."
It is, yeah.
He
It
just
is.
said your mom has pubic lice. Then she put it in your lunch for you to eat. So what your mom did when she got crabs was make you lunch. Your family's so poor. Your mom used her pubic lice to give you what you wanted for lunch.
Oh god,
I'm sweating
holy
right
shit,
now.
man. Oh man, dude, like, I just love when you said when they were like, you should be laughing. It's like, no, but it's funny. Like that's what we need to remind everyone in society sometimes. No, it's funny. I'm gonna fucking laugh at this kid,
I forgot about that.
especially since it's not true. That's what kills me the most when people will get mad at you for laughing at something where it's like, obviously she didn't really make crab cakes out of the crabs or pussy. Okay, let's fucking calm down.
Well, I just like-
Shake it off, dummy.
I also like how the kid was just like, no, and where in his head he thought it was a little bit true. Where he was like, maybe it's true. I don't think it is. And that's
I hope
why he
people
was so
watch
upset.
this, like-
he was so sick because he thought it could be real.
If you're listening to
That's so
audio,
funny.
you got to watch on YouTube because the way Joe told the story, as soon as he said, and then tears slowly started coming down. That's what made me fucking lose it, man. Because I just pictured that poor little child. How old was he? 12 or 11? What was he?
Too was that he then was kind of like crying, but he was eating the crab.
Oh, he kept eating it.
He was eating
It
it.
didn't even make him go
And he
no.
was like shaking his head. Like, I can't escape this now because the food's here.
Yeah, you can't let that shit go.
I now have to keep eating this thing that my friends are making fun of me for because they think my mom has crab.
By the way, Jonah, good question, man, because that is like, you know, dumbest thing you laughed at you shouldn't have. I feel like that could be a recurring thing. I like that one a lot, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus, Joseph.
How long do you think he thought about that? Do you think he went home and asked his mom about it? Be like, is this true?
Well,
Could it
I
be
think the
true?
funniest, it's kind of like if someone told you your mama's so fat joke, you'd be like, okay, well, I get whatever. But I don't know what it was about the sexual nature of it. And then the fact that he took, maybe it was like a cultural thing too. I think he was like, I don't know where he was, but I do think it was like a dish native to wherever he's from that made it like a double whammy of like, oh, well, this is something my mom has made for me since I was a child.
Right.
And you guys are saying that she made it out of some pubic lice she got from a sailor.
Right.
So
Well, again, what makes it ultra funny to us, I mean, you lived it, but the idea that like someone said, like if someone said, oh, here's these crab cakes my mom made, and that person said, oh, crab cakes, did she dip them in her pussy or whatever the guy said? And if he would just be like, ha ha ha, and just shook it off.
That's the other thing.
Not a big deal.
Yes.
You probably don't really, you laugh somewhat, but it doesn't sustain. But the fact that he instantly became fucking just cheering up.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we
just
all were
streaming
laughing.
down.
And then because we laughed for an extended period of time, then that's when he got really emotional. But I will, you know what's
And
funny?
he had no attempt at a comeback towards him.
No, he goes,
So,
he just said, yeah.
If you were him and someone says that to you, what did your mom?
You have to
What's
fire
your
back
comeback?
some your mom thing.
You got to go back at the
because
mom
this
quick.
kid was, I mean, honestly, the kid who said it was kind of fat and ugly. So it's like you have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
The kid had bangs.
Oh, Jesus
The guy
Christ.
who had bangs.
So that's what made it funnier. If you're there as a kid, you're like the kid who has so much ammo against him had the guts to fucking stab you with your mother's pussy joke, and he doesn't fucking swing back.
The other thing I will say, I think it was like second or third grade. You know what? Like at some point you realize, hey, don't let your pants drop all the way to the ground when you pee.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget. There was a kid.
Both of you were both boys that did that?
No, we didn't do that, but there was always a kid that does that.
Dude, no, well, that's what I'm saying. There was a kid who legit moved to Houston for where I was going to elementary school. I want to say it was like, but like it was like old. We were like in fourth grade. So we go to, bathroom break, whatever. And the kid lets his pants drop all the way down and everyone starts laughing. And I've never seen anything more vulnerable than a kid with his pants at his ankles as everyone's laughing, has his peeing going, what? What's so funny? Everyone's laughing while he has his bare ass exposed to us. The kid. Oh,
Well, you know what makes me sad about that? I think the kid who does that is someone who might not have a dad in the home.
He did, but I will say, and it's said that I remember his name because of how fucked up it was, that I once time had a sleepover with him and a buddy at his place, and his dad clearly was like abusive. Like nothing happened in front of us, and it was after that I was like, oh, okay. This like,
Well, because as a father, listen, you all did it at some point. Every little kid, when they first learn to pee, pulls the pants down.
Yeah, exactly.
Way too far. And the dad has to be like, nah, that's not how we do it.
Yeah.
You use like different metaphors and stuff. I had to say like, hey, you just take it over the fence. Right? You just do it like that. We don't need to drop them down your ankles. You got to keep your butt covered when you pee. You have to teach the kids that. Yeah. Everyone knows that. So whenever there was kids who, I remember in kindergarten, there's this one kid who did it way too long. I think he even did it in the first grade until eventually someone said, dude, we don't need to see your ass.
Yeah.
Let's, and that's the thing too. I mean, parents listening out there, you have to think about the stuff that like, oh, fuck, if I don't teach them this, someone's going to teach them this in a way that's going to suck for them because they're being made fun of essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a rite of passage. Don't get me wrong. You're going to say it. You're going to ask me something, Jonah?
No.
You forgot it? All right, cool, man.
I can't imagine.
You can imagine what?
No, just parenting a kid in social media. It's like, holy shit.
My God.
All they do.
My kids are very, very little, so I don't have to worry about that yet.
Because how old is your youngest right now?
He just turned 6.
Wow. Oh, he's getting at that age though. You're gonna start dealing with that.
He's in kindergarten. I mean, I don't know when they start social media nowadays. Hopefully not for a while.
Well, that's where you make the choice, though.
I'm going to keep him off as long as I can. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't care. And if I'm the bad dad,
well,
then
their friends will then pressure them, being like, "Oh, you don't have a TikTok?"
Yeah.
And then they then go, "Why can't I have one?" And then you have to be like, "Well, no, because you're my kid." So
what's nice about my kids' generation is that they're probably going to be like the last generation of children. So the idea of them being idea of me saying, "Oh, I want my kids to live with me forever," it's probably going to happen because there's what the planet will die in 50 years or so. So I'm totally cool with that being the case. When you become a parent, there's part of you that's like, I have to raise you to put you in the best position to be a success. And then there's part of you that's also like, I love you so much. I'm cool with you just staying in with me every Friday and Saturday night so we could just hang out forever. Right? There's that little part of you too. But then you're like, nah, then you're a loser. I don't want to raise a loser. Right? I want you to be able to do all the fun stuff that you do in life. But, I know, Jonah, you don't want to hear this, but the planet's dying, man.
Why don't I want to hear that?
Because the sun's going to explode and kill us all. No, the sun's not going to explode.
Like the movie Sunshine.
Years. The sun's not going to
Oh, no.
The sun's not going to explode for 5 billion years.
Also
directed yesterday.
Yeah.
And Trainspotting.
Or 28 days later. Maybe people go,
very good.
Yeah.
So one final question. We got to wrap this up. Do you have a doozy or should I end it with one of my questions?
Well, I have a quick one. So, Joe, what's the dumbest word? What word makes you mad when you hear it? For me, Ginormous. Hate it.
Ginormous? Well,
Fucking hate that word. I don't know why.
Oh,
it is a word. Technically, it is a
honestly,
word now. It's a word now.
Now that you
That's
say
what makes
that,
me mad that it is a word now.
can I tell you the one that I really hate?
I don't know why. It irks me.
I think I hate it in relationships. People call each other babe.
Like boyfriend, girlfriend, or just
No. People are in a relationship. They go babe. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not a pet name. Everyone says that to a significant other, so it's not unique to you.
Right.
And you're saying it because you've heard other people say it. So there's nothing.
Have you had somebody say that to you?
No, I've told my girlfriend specifically, being like,
Don't say
do not
that.
call me babe.
Yeah.
Because that means we're just some hack reality TV couple.
What's
There's literally no significance to it whatsoever. It's weird that it does bother me that much, but I'm
Really?
like, the fact that this is something that idiots on reality TV call each other.
Yeah.
And people, like, everyone calls each other babe. And I'm like, well, then there's no significance to it.
Right.
It's like
So
calling
do
your
you-
partner
But
person.
but does it have to, all right, that's fair. But does it have
Hey,
to,
you. Hey, you. You.
But
human,
hey,
I'm
you.
telling you, human, we need to get a
You.
fucking condo.
Yeah.
so
right.
pet names aren't significant. They're not just not worth it to you.
No, a pet name, if it actually, like, my mom and dad honestly have pretty solid pet names for each other.
What are they?
So my dad calls my mom
Prick and cunt.
Fat and Fatter. Solid movie. No,
See, if you
but,
would have cried when I said that, then bad.
Yeah, no,
When you
it's-
came
yeah,
back,
exactly.
you rolled with it. There we go.
Crab Pussy and Cuban Man. No, I mean, like, yeah, my dad calls my mom my sweet, which is not like necessarily unique, but you don't hear every human
Yeah,
call
no,
her.
that's good. I like that.
And my dad, what is the other one? He calls her petite.
That's kind of like,
I like that.
reassuring.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe just like some,
He's like,
little
gain
young.
some weight, whore.
right?
Could be that
What
too.
does she
Right.
call him?
I think she actually says petite back too. They call each other
Oh,
petite,
okay.
which is weird. 'Cause my dad's fat.
Uh-huh.
My dad has had a heart attack already. He's fat.
Right.
I care nothing for him.
Right. Was he still turning you on?
That's the thing. That's very frustrating about a relationship.
Okay.
My dad makes me horny
Uh-huh.
and it makes me angry.
Right.
And that's why.
Because he's too fat.
He's too fat
Too
to
fat to
make me
fuck.
horny. I get mad about the fact that my dad makes me horny.
Right. Because he's ugly.
That's why, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Why are my standards so low that I'm attracted to my dad?
Right. Not your dad, your fat dad.
My fat dad.
Right.
If my dad were hot, it'd make sense.
Right.
But my dad's fat.
Right.
I want to have sex with my dad.
I know.
But not if he lost some weight. I like thick dads
Weird.
who gave birth to me.
Your dad gave birth to you?
I don't like. Yeah, no. My dad. I got born out of my dad's pussy,
Uh-huh.
aka asshole.
Uh-huh.
It is also known as an asshole.
Nice.
That's why I always say all I've had is ass sex my whole life.
Right.
A pussy's a butt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep that in mind,
Mm-hmm.
kids. Pussy's a butt. So. Hang on, wait. How
So
did
you
this
asked
start?
the dumbest word.
How
Yeah.
did that?
What's the dumbest word? And you said you don't like when people call each other babe.
You said
it made
pet
me
names.
think
You
like
said
you don't
hate
like
pet
Christmas
names.
or babe. You are quite the contrarian. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it makes
No,
sense.
but I mean,
you
Here's
explained
funny-
it well. You explained it well.
Can I tell you something that I just spent the last 30 seconds of my life doing? Is you said dad had a baby. I thought the movie Junior. And I'm like, how can I make the connections to go from an actor to Junior to the movie Yesterday? And I was making all of the. If you see the camera,
I was wondering why I was talking for so long. I'm like,
if you see the camera, you can see me being like, okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger was in this movie. This person was in that movie. What did Danny Boyle movie?
it was
do
basically like a
they're in?
6 degrees from yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, babe is for sure the thing I despise because I think it's like it's like a thing that people use romantically, but everyone uses it, so there's no significance.
Do you have like do you have like a? I'm not trying to throw you out here, but like if your significant other might get mad at this, but do you have like a pet name that someone said to you that you didn't mind that wasn't just babe?
It's weird. I'm about to say something that's so lame, but my improv group
Oh.
called me Hugs, and I
Yeah?
liked it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hugs. Nice. I don't mind when people like girlfriends call me Jay. I don't know why.
Jay?
I don't know why. It's kind of a thing for me. I don't know.
I see JJ because those are your initials.
No, they're just like, go ahead, Jay. But I had a girlfriend that called me my love, and I wanted to throw her down my stairs. And she did that. Every time she fucking did that.
Can we ask? Can we bleep the name or how's it work?
No, what do you care?
doesn't
Guess me
matter.
after the podcast.
I don't know. I just don't.
Strangers.
And
don't
I
need to
realize
know.
that's their pet name because like that's what they're saying about their husband now is my love this, my love that. I'm like, oh, what a stupid fucking.
I think with an accent
I know
that
she
would work.
meant
If someone
well.
said "me love,"
Yeah.
that would make.
Is that
that'd be
Irish?
good.
Is that Irish?
It was a mix of Irish and
English and
English.
Irish,
It was
yeah,
someone who's
so.
been on both sides
Yeah.
of the war
Yeah.
who didn't know how to say it properly.
Do
There
you
you
say
go.
pet names back?
I pet names, honestly, it's sad that I come up with better messed up parody songs than I do pet names.
Yeah, you're a king of that. We're gonna play some at the end of this podcast.
That'd be a kind of a good way.
Yeah,
Like
would
your
be kinda
outro
good.
song is
Yeah.
the fuck Steve.
Mhm.
Honestly, Christmas, perfect way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any pet names between you and your wife?
Oh, yeah, I have to call her Sugar Tits, and she calls me Spicy Dick.
Spicy Dick because you got gonorrhea?
No. No, you got me good. No, I made up both those.
No, 'cause he fucks him.
So
He
well, I
fucks
think
a
we're time for one last
Hispanic
question. So
man
Joe, what's your
before.
question?
We really don't have time for one last question, actually.
Okay.
Sorry. I was gonna, but we're wrapping it up.
What was
right
your
here.
question?
It was gonna be about movies, and that would be another 20 minutes. So
No,
we'll
I
just
won't-
save
I
it.
won't do the
We'll
thing
have
about
Joe
it.
on again. We'll have Joe on
Yeah.
again. That'd be great. Joe, tell everyone where they can find you, then, man. This is really fun. I appreciate you taking time out of your night to drink a little whiskey and have a podcast with us, buddy.
Where they can find me physically?
I don't. Yeah, give your address. This is your
Um,
first time being on anything. You got a sec. Hopefully, your second special will be out very shortly.
We can talk about that later.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hopefully very
And by the
soon.
way,
Build
if the
the
person who
T-boys.
directed our special sees this, you're too busy to watch this. Stop watching podcasts.
Yeah.
Go back to work.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love you.
You can find me on Instagram at Joe Fernandez Comedy. Also on Tubi, my special Ugly. Check it out. If you watch it on Tubi, I get revenue. If you watch it on YouTube, I don't. So
You're not monetizing YouTube yet? We'll go change
Tubi
that.
is
Subscribe
free.
to his YouTube channel.
Tubi's
everyone.
free.
So
And I
Uglies on
guarantee-
Tubi.
Yeah, and
Yeah, great.
Uglies on Tubi.
A great Super Bowl
and
commercial.
You know what else I
know.
think is actually
Dude,
pretty.
it's
You know,
kinda-
I'm not gonna lie. You know what else I think is also on Tubi?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Come on.
yeah.
What? Instagram's at Joe
Tubi's
Fernandez
free though.
Comedy.
I will say Tubi's free.
All right, great.
So, and it's weird they put so much money into that streaming service.
No, they're
Those
trying to take it
commercials-
off, and they're doing well.
They're doing
Actually,
really well.
I know, that's what's so weird
More and more
about
people
it.
talk about because they've got like hidden gems, like cult classics are going straight there.
Because I think Westworld's moving
Yeah,
there.
they're smart enough to
Yeah.
scoop up the cult classics immediately before because it's low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
So there's always a movie here or there that becomes a cult. Like if Tubi was around in 1997, they would have had Swingers before anyone else because they're smart enough to be like, oh, it's low budget, but we think it's good, and if we could just find it, fuck it, we'll grab it because it's cheap enough to grab, and if it pays off, then we're gonna be fucking rich. If not, fine. So that's what they're doing.
I will
They're
say
kind-
my
they're-
opening
they're
to my-
money balling the streaming world.
Yeah.
If you're a baseball fan,
Oh,
you're
well,
money
I know
ballers.
that. Yeah. My opening, my second special though, is me shitting on them being a bad streaming service. Should I
Okay,
cut that
cool.
or should I keep it?
No, keep it at this point. All right. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. I
Thank
imagine you
you.
post all your tour dates on Instagram and everything like that.
Yes.
You know where to find Jonah. He's at Jonah Jurkens on every platform, I
Yep.
believe, right?
Yep.
I am at Joe Kilgallon on everything except for TikTok, where I am Joe Kilgallon Comedy. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That goes a long way. Really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone for listening to this episode of Let's Get Dumb. Tell your friends, tell your mom. We love you very much. Cheers.